This is an LA Times Studios podcast.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Live and Well. Today, we are tackling a topic that has come up in my life time and time again. Lots of friends asking about this one ingredient that can do so many things. It is retinol. And who else to explain the wonders of retinol and how great it can be in skincare and beauty than celebrity esthetician Shani Darden. She's here with us today. Thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
You are like one of those people where if I post about your products or something on my stories or whatever, like my cousins from like the East Coast and like my friends' kids in college will be like,
oh my God, that's
Shani,
so nice.
How did you get that? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I kind of know her. She's kind of know my podcast. So, you know, you've garnered such an amazing clientele, celebrity and otherwise, and you've just built a really thriving aesthetics business. So talk to us about how you got here and how what you do is different.
What I do is different. Well, how I got here is I moved to Los Angeles originally to model, and it was a very long time ago. I'd always been obsessed with skincare, but I didn't really know. Like, I'm from a small town. There was no such thing as an esthetician.
Where are you from?
I was born in Manhattan, but then I moved to Plattsburgh, New York.
Oh, so like upstate.
So far.
Before it was being like cool upstate.
I don't know how cool where I grew up was.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I was always obsessed with skincare. And then when I moved here and I started modeling, I never got any modeling jobs. I just kept getting like music videos, like rap videos. And so finally I woke up one day and I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't even know how. And I eventually just figured out that I wanted to work in a spa.
Okay.
I don't understand why. So I went to school to be a massage therapist first. I realized I was terrible. And then I went to school to be an esthetician, and I knew right away. And then after getting out of school, I was just like fortunate enough that, you know, I ended up working for a dermatologist, and it kind of went from there, really.
This was I'm assuming, before the beauty boom.
Yeah, this is so long, 17, 18 years ago.
Right.
Maybe it's like 19 years. But yeah, a long time ago, for sure.
How do you feel like aesthetics has changed as far as like what you do to the skin? I mean, are there things that are just tried and true fundamental that you're like, this will never change, this is the core? So no matter what you hear out there and all the fancy doodads and gadgets
Right.
and peels and this and that, you know, what are sort of like the core basics that like you feel at least are the tenets of your education and really at the base of like a strong, having great skin?
As far as treatments or actually like ingredients?
Both.
I would say for treatments, I mean, listen, there's a lot of new things that come about and you try them, but like for the most part, microcurrent is amazing. LED light is something that I think everyone should use, great in treatments, chemical peels. But then there's a lot of other things that come out that are like, you know, a lot of these things are really damaging. New laser treatments that everyone's running to get, which later on can cause pigmentation. So, and then I would say as far as ingredients, I think retinol, obviously, it's my favorite ingredient, but it's like, it's the gold standard to anti-aging, and it does so many different things, and we know that. And even though other ingredients come out and they're like, this is the new natural retinol or whatever, it's always going to be retinol.
Okay, so speaking of retinol, you are the you currently hold the title for retinol queen in my mind. Anyway, it's like people do associate you with your retinol reform, which is a product in her line. So talk to us. I mean, I think there's still, you know, a lot of people out there who hear retinol, oh, you should be using, a lot of people say that, right? You should, you know, if you're this age, it's time to put a retinol into your regimen.
Yes.
So can you kind of break down for someone who has never used a retinol and is very retinol curious?
Yes.
What is it and why do you abide by it so strongly?
So it's a vitamin A derivative, and it boosts collagen in the skin, decreases fine lines and wrinkles, can help with pigmentation, texture, tone. and acne. So really can do it all. And how I fell in love with it was I had used it when I was younger, like Retin-A when I was breaking
Sure.
out.
Okay.
But when I worked for the dermatologist, everyone that came in, whether young or older, were all on some sort of prescription retinoid.
Okay.
And that's when I fell in love with it. And I just got to see like people that what it transformed people's skin. People that other estheticians I was working with. Um, one of them was in her 60s at the time, and she had the most flawless skin, and she had been using one forever. So that's where I fell in love with it. And at that time, there weren't many over-the-counter retinols.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to see these amazing results that retinoids had. However, all of the harsh side effects, like the dryness, your skin sensitive all the time, and the redness that it can cause. So I knew I wanted to make an over-the-counter retinol.
Totally. And I
Yeah.
think people still have that anxiety of
Yeah.
like, oh God, if I
Yes.
start using
Retin-A.
it, right. They totally
Yeah.
like you sort of whether you were on Retin-A as a teen or you had
Yes.
friends who were
Or you
on
saw
Retin-A
it.
as a teen.
Yeah.
There was all these restrictions. And when you are that young and you have a restriction, it's
Right.
huge,
Right.
right? Like Sarah can't go in the sun.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, she can't go to the beach or something. It just feels like the end of the world.
Yeah, and people don't want to go through the downtime. So when they're using a prescription and they get red and all of those things happen, they just give up. They're like, this isn't working. But the great thing about a prescription retinoid is if you are somebody struggling with acne, you want to get rid of the acne as quickly as you can,
Mhm.
because otherwise it's going to lead to permanent scarring. So I do like prescription retinoids. I love them
Mhm.
when needed. I think a lot of people, everyone's using tretinoin because of TikTok right now, and it's
Mhm.
dumb. And I don't even understand. It's like you don't even need that.
Oh, is
There's
it hot on TikTok?
Oh, that's where the tretinoin. Everyone's on
That feels scandalous.
It's everybody. Everybody's using tretinoin.
Okay, so this makes sense because my 12-year-old is begging me for tretinoin. I
Right.
was like, how the hell do you know what
It's
tretinoin is?
TikTok. But there's so many over-the-counter retinols that you can use where you're going to get the same benefits. It's just going to it's slower,
Mm-hmm.
slower to get there.
Mhm.
Whereas using a prescription is going to be fast,
Okay.
which means this is why you have the dryness. It's
Okay.
speeding up cell turnover even faster. So you're getting red. And I always say there's a place for that, but otherwise, like, why?
And then, so if you're suffering from acne, the longer it lingers, the higher a chance it has to leave scarring.
Yeah,
right?
and all skin types, because this is when you get the pitted scars.
Oh, the pitted. So
scar.
your
And those are
texture as
permanent.
well.
Those are permanent.
So you want to slap some prescription.
If my child was really struggling with acne,
Sure.
really struggling with it immediately, 100%.
Okay.
Because those scars, I see so many people now where they have those and they're trying to do all these things and lasers, and they're
surfacing.
they're never
yeah.
going away. They
Right.
never completely go away unless you fill them in with filler. And then who's doing that?
I don't know.
No.
So there's a time and a place still for the prescription retinol.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's probably the what we were talking about, where you still have to like take that extra precaution in the sun and
Yes.
whatnot. So, but obviously with people like you who've innovated over-the-counter retinol, so how is that different? And like, are there, because I know with like vitamin C, there's different percentages
Right.
and things that are more active or whatever. How does retinol work when it comes to over-the-counter?
There's different strengths, but the difference between the two is just one. Over the counter is going to be more gentle, but also it's going to work a little slower. So it
Sure.
takes you a little longer to get to the end goal, whereas a prescription is just very fast.
Okay.
So it's going to knock that acne out, but there's no, I don't really see the point for someone like you who has great skin. If you were like, oh, well, I really want a prescription. Why do you really want to be dry and irritated?
It's
And
going to do more
so-
harm than good.
like, why? Why
Yeah.
do you want to?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So no prescription for me. Thank
It's
you
just
for
like,
that free
I
advice.
mean, some people get to a level. It's like I
Mhm.
can use a lot of retinol, my retinol. And if I wanted to add a prescription in, sure, my skin probably could handle it, but it would only handle it probably once a week. So it's like, why?
Why? There's too many other things
Yeah.
to do. Well, so tell me about retinol reform. Obviously, you have a plethora of products that we'll get to as well, but it seems to me like retinol reform has kind of become your hero product. I mean, I have
yes.
so many friends who talk about it. They ask me about it. I think, again, a lot of these girlfriends of mine who are just trying to figure out where to enter the retinol conversation, they hear about yours and they're like, so how about Shani's? It's like, is that a good one to start with? And I say, sure. I mean, she knows what she's doing. But like, I wasn't in the lab with you. I just assume I know
Yeah.
you know what you're doing. But tell me about the specific formulation for retinol reform and how you went about it.
Well, new one or old one?
Correct.
Yes.
You're
new
correct.
One, new one.
So why is it you just reformulated it?
Yeah, I just reformulated it because I've had that retinol for, I think, 13 years
Oh,
it's
wow.
been now. And so there's just new technology. I wanted to add in a couple of ingredients like a tripeptide, which is really great to boost collagen in your skin, but also helps with cellular turnover, helps with fine lines and wrinkles. And then I put in another ingredient called prickly pear, which naturally exfoliates the skin. So that working with the retinol, and I also wanted to make it a little stronger, but more gentle. So it's a 1% encapsulated. And what encapsulated means is it's just a slow release under your skin. So it's going to be more gentle.
So the release
Yes.
is gentler.
Way gentle.
So even if you have sensitive skin, it's not getting this like aggressive like hit of retinol.
Yes.
You said it's 1% encapsulated. Was the older formula less than 1%?
Yes. It was definitely a little bit less. I can't actually tell you how much less because we weren't using encapsulated. And sometimes with retinols, they can decrease over time as far as the...
So it's hard to completely pinpoint. So this is 1% encapsulated, slow time release in under the skin.
Yes.
And it's got all these great natural cellular turnover, hydrating properties.
Yep.
So this is exciting. So that's out now.
So exciting. And people always freak out over you reformulating something that's been so great.
People love your...
But I mean, I've been using it for a while now. It's so amazing and also doesn't feel so different.
Sure.
So that's what's great about it.
It's only gotten better.
It's only gotten better.
Like just like us. We just get better.
Yes.
Okay, so talk about like how often are people using retinol reform? What's the recommended cadence of using it?
So you want to use it as often as your skin can tolerate it. And tolerate means that you're not getting dry or you're not getting irritated. So, and I say this with all actives and all retinols, you always want to start with once a week, add a day each week, and use as often as your skin can tolerate it.
Okay. So what are people looking for as like warning signs?
It's usually more irritation. You can get these little white bumps. A lot of times people will see on the surface of their skin if they're overdoing it, but more the dryness. And there's ways to go about that, using moisturizer before you apply a retinol. But overall, you would have to have very dry skin using my retinol reform for it to be even more drying.
Okay. And then what are other ingredients it plays well with, doesn't play well with? Is it the first thing on your skin? What is your ideal lineup of where it comes into the process?
So it would come after you cleanse at night, unless you're using an essence. If you were using, then people will use an essence after they cleanse. So it would be cleanse, retinol, and then your eye cream moisturizer.
And should people try and use, like if I have like naturally drier skin, should I bump up like the weight of my moisturizer?
So I would say you're just not going to use your retinol as often. So if you have very dry skin, you're going to probably build up to 3 times a week, every other night. However, if you wanted to use it more, you could use moisturizer before you apply the retinol and then after.
Is there anyone who should not use retinol?
You can't use it if you're pregnant or breastfeeding.
Okay.
And then, anyone with like super, super sensitive skin, someone that's very reactive, they're probably not going to be able to use retinol.
Okay. And you mentioned a little earlier, and I get pitched this literally all the time. And it's always like, this is this amazing breakthrough. And improving upon retinol, I suppose, is the goal of
Yep.
some of these other brands. They've come out with a natural retinol or a retinol that is cactus derived or, some just like people are iterating on retinol.
Yeah. That's
So
all, I feel like so many different ingredients that people come out with now. And I think it's just, the research backing retinol and retinoids is just, it's been for so long. Like you think about people when I was in high school and my friends using it, then because they had acne, and then now looking at their skin and they have like no wrinkles. I don't think there's a better ingredient other than sunscreen and staying out of the sun. I don't think there's a better ingredient. I know there isn't one for anti-aging, for sure.
So do you think in some of these cases where it's like retinol, but without the da-da-da, they're kind of like using it as a filler word for just like the results you're going to
Yes.
get. There's no retinol in the product.
No,
Right.
I think it's just all marketing.
It's a lot of
That's
marketing.
with all ingredients now. There's
Right.
always going to be a new thing that we're talking about that's
Right.
weird because we have to. There's the beauty space is so saturated that you have to come up with something crazy. I don't think it's ever going to change because it's gone on for so long, but they just have this whole story in their head about retinol. So I can't be in the sun. I can't go anyplace. I can't leave. My whole face is going to peel off, and none of that is going to happen.
Well, speaking of, because people do associate retinol or Retin-A, we're saying, and the sun, but I think retinol over the counter still does have some implications with the sun, right?
100%. But honestly, if you are someone that cares about anti-aging, wrinkles, fine lines, pigmentation, then you shouldn't be in the sun. Like of course you're going to go out in the sun, but if you're laying out in the sun, like don't use a retinol. But overall, I mean, we live in LA. It's hot all the time. Me, my clients, we use retinol all the time. So wear your sunscreen, reapply. So
Just use it at night.
yes, and yes,
Okay.
yes, and a prescription is definitely different. Definitely different, but it doesn't mean that you have to completely stop using it in the summer if you're protecting yourself.
Okay, so that was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people
No.
shouldn't wait till fall or
No.
a foggy.
No, they have that whole story.
Season.
I hear it all the time. I also am always shocked at people that lay out, that come and they spend so much money on laser treatments and all of these things. And I'm like, do you not understand it's all sun? Like,
I know. I think people really need to have like
They
a
don't get it.
real, like, come to Jesus with like, yes, you love the sun,
yeah,
but yes, you want to like age in reverse
Yeah.
and do all the things.
right.
You just have to,
Yeah.
you got to just call it.
Yep. And you're
And-
spending all this money on all of these products and doing all the things, but you're not wearing sunscreen and you're laying out. I don't understand it all. It's
You
weird.
know what I feel like the next big frontier is, if anybody wants to know what
tell
I
me.
think in
Tell me.
beauty? I just have been thinking about this. Hands.
Oh my God, what are you talking about? It's my favorite thing to talk about.
Oh, good. Okay. So speaking of sun, my hands are always getting hit by the sun, as all of our hands are, right? Especially in LA,
Yep.
whatever, driving. I'm now trying to hold my wheel
Yep.
under,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm not sure if that's safe, but that's what someone told me.
Right?
Well, I guess I could put on gloves,
I think you go with the gloves.
like a fingerless glove.
Yeah. Just a chic one.
What do you do?
So, two things. You can use retinol on your hands at night.
Oh,
I mean, you definitely would have to protect them when you're driving.
oh,
and
sure.
put
So you'd have to be
sunscreen-
extra
yeah, of
conscious
course.
about it. Okay, the
I'm
next day.
going to not talk about retinol and say I'm not a big fan of filler,
Mhm.
but I get filler in my hands.
A friend of mine just did
It's
that.
my favorite thing. I just did it again. And I only have to do it once a year, but I'm 50. And like, look at how good those look. I mean, I'd want them even better.
So are you doing it like here in the
Yeah.
knuckle area
Uh-huh.
for those of you who can't?
yeah.
Okay.
It's the best. I don't understand why women don't get it because it's the first place where you see it. And it's just such an easy treatment. It's just so good.
Interesting. It's only once a year.
It's just, for me, it's the most that I've had. The last time that I actually did this was probably 2 years ago. It's
Mhm.
been that long and it lasted. I only just needed a little bit.
Your hands are silky smooth.
Yeah. I moisturized for you today. I
Thank
don't usually do
you.
that.
Thank you. But do you use retinol on your hands as well? You do like a
I do.
filler
I
for
use a
retinol?
lot of retinol, like a lot of retinol. So yes, at night it's all over me.
So walk me through if I was to come into you for a treatment, because I know that's the goal and the hope and the dream of a lot of people out there is like, I want to get to Beverly Hills and see Shani Darden. Is every treatment for you customized? Is it like, do you have a signature sort of
I have
system?
sort of a signature situation, but it's going to be different based on your skin type or what your skin's going through. Like
Okay.
there's certain things that I'm doing more of. Like the other day I saw someone that a new client and she needed a lot of extraction. So I had to focus more on that than dealing with like microcurrent and all of that because there was no place for it for that treatment.
Mhm.
But overall, I kind of try to do it all.
You do it all.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of microcurrent, sometimes I'll go see an esthetician or a derm and they've got an M sculpt and a
Yeah.
Morpheus and a soft wave and
Yeah.
tone on whatever. Like I just like all these words and lasers mixed together. And I think that's great. Like I'm all about innovation
Yep.
and technology. And I think, it can get a little overwhelming. I think a lot of people out there want to do something, but it's also very expensive, as we
Very.
talked about.
Yeah.
So going out there and just like, yeah, let me see what that laser's all
Yeah.
about. That's a $1,500 like
Yep.
let's see.
It's so expensive.
So tell me about like, do you like a lot of those tools and innovations? Like what are some of the actual tools that you have that you're like tried and true?
Well, my favorite thing is chemical peels. I think that's really important. And there's so many different types of peels that you can use, but I think that makes a huge difference. LED light, I can't live without. Red light helps to boost collagen in the skin, decrease fine lines and wrinkles. Blue light helps to kill bacteria, so I use that for acne. Microcurrent, I love, will lift and contour. And as far as lasers, I don't I just think it's a very slippery slope.
Mhm.
So it's not something that I use or care too much about, and I don't usually see amazing results. I will say I've heard a lot about M-Sculpt,
Mm-hmm.
and I have heard that people are getting really good results for that, but, like, I need to see someone to even believe it because it's so expensive. Because I think a lot of times people do these things and they think they got results, but nothing's changed. You know what I mean?
They're
They
like, I did. I see it.
Right,
My
right, and I'm like,
$5,000
I don't see it
charge
at all.
says I
Yeah,
see it.
yeah,
Right?
right. Yeah.
Yeah. For someone just walking into an office that I'm sure that the practitioner is amazing and
Right.
they're trustworthy. They're
Right.
not going to like scam this person
Yep.
or anything. It's just like, where do you start?
I know.
You know?
I think you just really honestly, you have to have someone, you have to get a referral. Like if somebody has had, done a M-Sculpt and you're seeing it,
That's your
sure.
thing. It's the results.
Yeah, you have to see it.
It's
Because
the
I've had
results.
people that have gone and had laser treatments for pigmentation and come in after, and it was all still there, and they thought that it got better. And I was
Mhm.
like, no, I don't think so. Didn't happen.
The before and after pictures don't lie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, here's another thing when I'm talking to some of my girlfriends, even if I have access to like you or, uh, all these amazing people with lines and science-backed stuff, and things that I've tried, I have different skin than this person.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
Filipino. I have more pigment in my skin. My skin is naturally thicker.
Right.
So friends of mine who are Caucasian that are worried about their neck
Yeah.
and the jowls and the jawline, I do hesitate sometimes to go to like really
Right.
go gung ho on recommending something that really worked for me
Right.
because we have just
Yeah.
different cellular makeup
Yeah.
and collagen and melanin. Like, how do you mitigate that? Like when
I
it's
don't,
definitely not
and
one size fits all.
I guess I'm very careful about referring anyone. I wouldn't refer anyone for like a laser treatment. I'm not. I just fully don't believe in most of them.
Mhm.
But otherwise, I've done things at the office, and I've done like mini threads and skin weave and stuff like that, which has made a big difference.
Mhm.
And I refer people for that. That's what the things we do.
Mhm.
But otherwise, I'm very careful about it. It's just too expensive for someone to not get the results that
Yeah.
they're thinking. And
Yeah.
also, like your neck, like if you're getting jowls, there's not a ton
I know. That's
you
what I
can
tell
do.
a lot
It's
of
a
my friends too. Like as
facelift.
we're in our 40s and 50s, it's like
Yeah.
going under the knife, and I think facelifts are definitely they're really having a surge right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
Surgery is having a surge.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is becoming more common. It doesn't make it any less expensive. It
Right.
actually makes it more expensive. And it doesn't make it any less of a invasive
Right.
procedure.
Right.
But some people are just never going to want to go under most people, not some people, most
Yes.
people, whether they want to or not, that expense is just astronomical.
Definitely.
So I think it's just about, to your point, setting expectations.
Yes. Absolutely. And there's really like that's what it is. You can choose not to do it, which is totally fine and age gracefully and all of that, and that's okay. Or otherwise it's a lower lift.
It's a lower lift,
Yep.
which, yeah, it's becoming like a ubiquitous
I know,
treatment these
everyone.
days.
I know. But there's all different prices. It's all expensive, but the some are 200,000 and then some are 30. I just need to actually see the person in person. I want to see their face in person.
That's a good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
That's a good golden rule. I
Mhm.
think with all aesthetics
Yep.
and just skin care in
Yep.
general, when we're being marketed so many
Yep.
things and we want the next best thing and there always is a next best thing,
Yes.
take the time to pause and be like, show me the receipts. I need proof.
I like receipts.
Also, the person that you're seeing results on, how similar are our skin
Right.
tones? What are our lifestyles like?
Yep.
Did I grow up in Florida and like in the 80s
Yep.
and I'm Irish and I never wore sunscreen
Right.
and that's where I'm starting from? And then my friend is darker skin tone, always wears
Right.
SPF. Like where are we starting from? I
Yep.
think that helps corral and set expectations
Yes, for
before
sure.
you go in just like throwing down your credit
Right.
card for $3,500.
Right. That's what they're all doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Good sound advice.
Mhm.
But that like means a lot coming from you who is in the business of, a lot of your treatments are pricey. And
Yeah.
I think that's really good advice and to be careful about and ask a lot of questions.
For sure. I definitely think people are just doing all the things, and a lot of those treatments aren't doing anything. So, and they're spending a lot of money.
Okay, straight from Shani Darden's mouth. Take a minute, take a beat.
Yep.
Don't jump into every latest technology. See how it goes. But what we can do on the daily is a great regimen. We were talking about how retinol reform is your hero product, but talk about a few other things in your line that you feel are maybe the public loves retinol reform, but like what's your favorite product that maybe people don't
The
know about as much?
triple acid signature peel is my favorite. It was such a smart product. I tried to make it for a really long time, and basically, it's very similar to one of the peels I do in my office. And so I really pushed myself to finish it during the pandemic.
Okay.
And basically, there's a step one, mandelic, glycolic, and lactic acid. And you put that on with a brush, face, neck, and chest. And you can leave it on for up to 2 minutes. And then step two is the neutralizer mask in one.
Mm-hmm.
So you put that on, you get a little tingle, a little burn. And then it turns into a mask that you leave on for 10 minutes. You rinse it off, and you're gorgeous. And it's a great way to exfoliate. You can use it once a week depending on your skin type,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like a facial at home. It's so good. And it
Ooh.
comes in a mini too now at Sephora. It's just my favorite.
So the mini would be like for travel?
The mini
Or
just
what?
has 2. It's so that you can try it because and by the way, I don't
Oh,
know the cost, but the bigger one is more expensive, and
yeah.
it's like you don't know what you're getting into,
Oh,
and you're
got
like,
it.
"Oh my god, chemical peel, I'm scared."
Sure, sure.
So the mini, you can get that to try it.
Oh, that's a
I
good. And then
know.
that's like a one use.
2.
Oh, two use.
Yeah.
Well, that just goes back to us talking about like not jumping into something. I think
Yeah.
that's such a good thing you thought of that these are, the bar is high, not just for like it might not work, but you may react. Everyone
Yeah.
reacts differently. And then just the cost.
Well, listen, I'm terrible at selling anything, and I actually got fired from a job because I wouldn't sell people products without
Same.
samples. To this day, and when you come in, my front desk person, DJ, he always is like, "You are terrible." And I'll always say to people, "No, no, no, you're not buying anything today. You're not buying it. I want you to take samples." And I always have to give samples of absolutely everything before I will let you buy it.
I think that's the honest way to do
I mean,
business, or
it's
just
hard
be a
for
good friend.
especially, like, you're coming in and you're gonna buy a serum that I told you that's $300. Are you okay? No, you need to try that. You know what I mean? It might not work for you. It's
It
crazy.
it's such a considered purchase. Skincare is
I know
such a
it's not good for
considered.
my business though, but I believe in samples. Think about all the products that you've bought because somebody told you to buy them and you're like, "This is
It's also
terrible."
just like
Yeah.
wasteful, because some things you can like give to a
Yeah.
friend and be like, oh, because
Yeah.
it didn't touch your face, it's like
Yeah.
in a pump or whatever. But
That's why I always feel terrible with all the gifting. I will not take products.
same.
I will not take them unless I'm really interested. I'm thoughtful about it. Like I'm gonna post this. I know how much money that costs. Nobody gets it at all, but I will not take the product
Totally
all the
same.
time. People are like, "Can I please send you this shirt?" No, I don't want the shirt. I don't like the shirt. I'm not gonna take your shirt. I know how much it costs. No.
So for anyone out there, when Shani says yes, she means
Oh
yes.
yeah.
She
Hmm.
means it's on.
I just don't wanna be fake either and post things that, I don't really believe in.
But I think that makes you're obviously out there publicly as a skincare expert.
Mhm.
So when you're talking about something, even your own
Yeah,
things, you're not doing it. I mean, that's just
right.
called integrity. I think that's great.
It's just the way that it's gonna be. But yes, I'm very careful about it. And also that it just costs so much money. People don't understand how much money it costs to all these gifting things, and people will reach out and say, "Can you send me all of this?" And you're like, "Are you gonna post? Are you?" Well, like, no.
Yeah,
It's just, like, so expensive.
it is for small businesses.
Mhm.
Well, speaking of, people can find you in, is it all Sephora's or?
Yes, I'm in I don't know how many Sephora stores are, but a lot, a lot. I'm not in, like, Europe, but I'm in a lot of Sephoras.
Sephora's across the US?
Yeah, and yeah, and I'm in Canada, but
The entire line, plus minis.
you know what? Almost the entire line. My, Essence isn't in, I think, is not, in all stores, but most of the line,
This is
yes.
the second time you've mentioned Essence. I'm guessing you're like a toner, or what
So
does that mean?
mine is a brightening, hydrating essence,
Oh,
and I love it. It's just something I don't talk about a lot because it's one of those steps I don't think anyone needs. I think it's if you want this. I know I'm the selling thing. I know. I
we
know.
need to get you
I
sales
know, but I'm
training.
just telling you that it's just the truth. It's like when someone says, "Do I need a toner in my routine?" You can. I mean, the reality of it is you only really need 3 steps in the morning and 3 steps at night. Let's
Cleanser.
you cleanse, treat, protect. That's what you know what I mean? So
Okay.
it's like morning cleanse, vitamin C, your sunscreen, moisturizer all in one. Like I'm a
Okay.
lazy skincare person. I just want to be young and use the right stuff.
Right.
So at night, you're cleansing, you're either using your retinol or you're exfoliating once a week and then your moisturizer. And then all the other things, sure, there's a place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, you know,
Yeah. But speaking of whether it's necessary or not, I am a mist girly. Like I
oh, you like them.
love
Oh,
a
I don't care about a
mist.
mist.
Love a mist.
No,
Have
no.
got a mist here. I keep like 3 in the fridge. I've
No,
got 3 in my like beauty cabinet.
no. No
it
misting.
makes me feel like it just, but I don't think it does anything.
Just like throughout the day, you're just
Throughout the
misting?
day, I'm
Oh,
misting.
okay.
I have one in my
Listen,
car.
I'm sure a lot of people mist, but it's like makeup and you're just misting over it?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
I have this thing in my head. I'm not a makeup artist that it refreshes my makeup.
Oh, maybe it does.
Maybe it does.
And
But
by the
listen,
way
I'm the one buying your
right.
essence.
Okay, okay.
Okay? So don't
No, I love
downplay the
listen,
essence.
it's one every product I have made, I promise, they're all so great.
Right. Or
I'm
you wouldn't
just
make it.
saying
Mm-hmm.
it's not everyone uses an essence.
Right. Okay. So keep it to 3 steps. Maybe add in an essence. Do
Right.
you have an eye cream?
I have an eye cream, it's really good, but that eye cream is for someone that can't use retinol around their eyes, doesn't wanna
See.
use retinol around their eyes,
I see.
and it's also really great for dark circles. So, there's a place for an eye cream, but not everyone uses an eye cream when they're using retinol around their eyes.
Got it. Okay.
It's
And
kind of like a hyaluronic acid serum. Like, I have a serum that I absolutely love. It's called Moisture Boost. It's so hydrating. It gives you, like, glass skin.
mhm,
You look gorgeous, but not everyone needs that extra step.
mhm,
I want that extra step
mhm,
for sure, but
mhm.
it's like, you know
And there's a time and a place for it.
right.
Like
And
you're
right.
traveling, you're going to the desert,
Yeah.
you're at high altitude,
Yes. 100%.
you've been flying a lot. Like you
Mhm.
want that extra moisture. It's just
And
going
some
to
people want 17 steps. Also, some people don't have as much money, and so as long as you're getting
or
those
time
Mhm.
or both.
I don't wanna do 17 things at night. I wanna lay in my bed and I just put my retinol on and be left alone.
So at the end of the day, we just come back to retinol,
Yes.
and that's why your retinol reform
Always.
has always rises to the top. Well, I love all your opinions on beauty and what to use, what not to use, what's worth it, what's not worth it. I think we need more voices like that. Helping people spend their time and money wisely and
Yep.
and ask the right questions, look for the right results, take a beat.
Yep.
Speaking of take a beat, we're going to go into some rapid fire
Okay,
questions.
let's see.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, Shani Darden. Candles or incense?
Candles.
Botox or bangs?
Botox.
Cardio or weights?
I don't really do anything, I wanna be honest, but I do get on my Peloton, the bike,
Okay.
like, once a month.
So let's say cardio.
Okay. That's fine.
Scent is
Mm.
musky and woody or bright and floral?
Oh, musky and woody, maybe.
Coffee or matcha?
I have a chai.
Oh, okay. Early bird or night owl?
Early bird. I wake up at about 4 AM every day.
Why?
I don't know.
That's earlier
Unwell.
than the birds.
I know, unwell.
The birds are not
I
yet
know.
up.
I don't really sleep. You know what? You get things done though.
You
It's
do.
yeah.
By 8, you're
Yeah.
done.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is a familiar scent that immediately calms or comforts you?
Probably lavender. I carry it around.
Really?
Yeah, or peppermint. It's in my purse.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Like essential oils?
Yep.
Smart.
Mhm.
What are you doing, taking, practicing, reading, watching, consuming now that immediately gets your endorphins going?
I mean, The Housewives? I mean, that's
Which ones? Salt
I'm
Lake.
really into Miami right now.
Never watched it.
Oh, it's really good. I'm really into Miami. I don't really watch TV, but those are like my go-to. Summer House, just any kind of like trash TV I love so much.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it calms me. It makes me feel better about who I am.
That's
You know
what I was
what I
going to
mean?
say. Does
You know
it
what
calm you or does it make you feel
Both.
like all is well in my
Both.
world?
I'm just like, I'm a good person. You know what I mean? It's going to be okay.
I do agree.
Yeah.
I do feel better
Yes.
that I'm like, oh, I don't have any drama.
Right.
What drama?
Right.
Okay. Good. What are your 3 tips for living well?
I would say probably rosé is important.
Mm-hmm.
And living well. I don't know, just finding good people around you,
Mhm.
having really close friends
Mhm.
is important, even if it's only 2, but having that. And having lots of animals around you too, I would say.
Mm.
So many.
You have so many?
hmm
Just dogs?
3 dogs. I have a chameleon that's like my best friend. I have a turtle, Mitch. I love her, and just some fish. Mhm.
Okay, so a couple of friends, some iguanas,
Mhm.
dogs, and a bottle of rosé.
Yep, that's it.
That
That's all you
sounds
need.
amazing.
That's all you need.
And some retinol.
Yes, and retinol reform.
Retinol reform. Well, thank you so much for coming and giving us so many just like facts, opinions, no BS. I love it. We need more of it in beauty, especially, and wellness and all this stuff, because there is so much out there. And I love kind of just like getting to the heart of what to do, what not to do, what to watch out for, what to really, how and where to really spend your time and energy, because that in itself is wellness. Because if we're
Yep.
always wanting and always trying and doing things beyond our means, like that's not true wellness. So I appreciate you for being, for being so candid and fun to talk to about beauty and everything. So tell people where they can find you. We talked about your products being available in Sephora.
Also, my own website, shanidarden.com. I'm on Instagram, Shani Darden. I'm on TikTok now.
Oh,
It's all so fun.
in all the places.
All the places. I'm TikToking, I'm dancing. It's just great.
Oh gosh.
I really am now. Mhm.
Like professionally dancing?
No. But you should watch. It's embarrassing, but
Okay.
mhm.
I'll tune in. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us on another episode of Live and Well, and we'll see you next time. Live and Well is hosted by me, Melissa Magsaysay. Our senior producers are Jordan Patterson and Hannah Matner. Our associate producer is Sarah Kitnick. Our video director is Julia McCabe. Our director of post-production is Patrick Stewart. Our senior sound recording engineer is Nick Norton. And motion graphics by Dougal Henkin. Our video editor is Hannah Matner. Ben Church is our senior coordinating producer. And Anne-Marie Hauser is our production manager. Our podcast marketing and social media manager is Bella Martinez. Our general counsel at LA Times is Jeff Glasser. Special thanks to President and Chief Operating Officer of the Los Angeles Times, Chris Argenteri, and Executive Editor of the Los Angeles Times, Terry Tang. Live and Well is created by LA Times Studios President Anna Magzanian and executive produced by Darius Derrickson and Flora Macari.